Back on the Pioneer VSX 522 that I looked at, I guess it was a few weeks ago now, I had to order parts in and I had to mail order them because the local place won't sell directly. I can't walk up to his door anymore because, well, I guess some people weren't playing by the rules and not parking in front of his house, so he had to spoil it for everyone. A few bad apples spoil it for everyone. Let's take a look at what we've got. Okay. Something just went pop. You heard that. When I forced it on, something went pop. Okay, this is the side that the flash seemed to flash from the bottom. This is a recap for those that haven't figured it out from the first part. But we've got bad connections here, which has ultimately caused transistors to fail. We've got 2 blown transistors and 3 resistors that are cooked. So if you haven't watched part 1, I would suggest stop now and go back and watch part 1 so you can see the troubleshooting procedure to find how I determined whether there was no other faults. That one's shorted. That one's shorted. That one's not shorted. I've disconnected the bad components. I'm going to hook it up and see if it works. Okay, antenna's hooked up. One channel works. So we have bad outputs on this unit, among other things like switches that are doing weird things. But let's just see what these transistors are that this one needs. And I don't know whether it's going to be beyond that or whether it's just those transistors that are popped, whether the drivers are okay or not. That I don't know. 2SB 1560 and 2SD 2390. We're back on the Pioneer VSX 522. Got a new pair of matched pair transistors, so let's get to replacing them. So if we remember from the last time, we have a 100 ohm resistor that's popped and 2.47s. See, there's a big chunk blown out of the side of this one as well, and this one's all burnt. So both of these are gone. All 3 of these are gone. 100 and 2.47. So it's got to find a couple resistors. I think this transistor was okay here if I remember. I hope it is because I didn't order one. Pretty sure that one was okay. So to do this, I got to remove all the screws, to remove all the semis from the heatsink so that I can mount the new parts properly and replace these resistors. I'm also going to inspect the board and see if there's anything else that looks like it may be problematic, like connections and so forth that may have caused them to blow. These are not my favorite designs, as you probably imagine. I don't think they're anybody's favorite designs, just because you got to take them all apart. You got to take everything off to change outputs. You got to remove the board. I guess in theory we could just solder them down here, but then I can't inspect it, so I got to remove all the other transistors from the heatsink in order to inspect the board. And there's a couple more surface mounted components down here I didn't even know that were there. These drivers down here, I wonder if they're bad. We better check them before I put the new parts in, otherwise we could end up blowing up a bunch of new parts, and that would not make me happy, because I've already paid for these ones. Oh, we might be okay here. That's good. And that's good. No short. And then this other one here is the PNP. So that would be that one and that one. So I think we're okay. Whew. I think we're okay with these two. They're not short of. Alright, I'm going to replace the resistors now if I can. Might be easier just to clip them out and stick them in from the top, but I got the board out, so let's just pull them. This is the 100 ohm. Another little 100 ohm right here. For my 0.47s, I don't have any 0.47s, so I'm going to put a couple of 1.1s in parallel. That'll get me close enough. I can just hear someone saying now, how can you not have any 0.47s? Well, I haven't got the store to buy any, that's how, and I didn't know I was low. And I'm not making a special trip just to pick up some resistors. It looks like these are in parallel to begin with. So they've got 2.47s in parallel with each other, and they're going to end up with 4 1.1s in parallel. These are the emitter follower resistors, these ones. That would have been what went with a bang when this set blew up. I powered it up, it popped. That would have been what went out, was these resistors are what popped.
In case you guys are wondering why the 13.6 volt at half amp power supply is running in the background, that's actually recharging the battery that I used on the Betacam when I was out doing that test shoot. I just used my power supply to recharge it and limit the current to 2 amps. It does a great job.
Here's my resistor array, just the 2 resistors in parallel, and they'll both be parallel together inside the board here. Next, the transistors are mounted. We got a 2SB 1680 and a 2SD 2390. The 2SB is this one, and the 2SD is that one. So I got to mount these in such a way that they will correspond with the where the heat sink's got to go through. That's going to be the fun part, just getting these lined up. I'm going to get some heatsink compound on them and get them mounted back to the heatsink. It's a stupid design. If you ask me, it's a stupid design. Because you see, to mount these back in place, you have to push them down a bit, and that's going to put stress on the leads. It's just Pioneer with their dumb design. And more than likely, that's why it blew up in the first place, was a cracked connection. More than likely. Check the other ones and see how they look. Maybe we'll redo them all while I'm at it, because all I need is to fix one and have another one go out, right? And of course, it's lead-free solder. Alright, now I got to put some heatsink compound onto all the components. We'll start out by applying some to the new parts. Now I got to line up all the screws again and secure all the transistors back down onto the board. This is going to be the fun part, I think. Some of them might go down pretty easy, but the new ones on the other side may give me a little more of a challenge. But we'll put all the screws in loosely first, get them to thread in, and then tighten them all down. And then hopefully this is going to fix this unit, and I can get it out of here and get on to the next one, which may be even more of a challenge. I have another unit from the same guy, but it came in pieces, so I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do anything on it. But we'll take a look at it. It may not be the next one in order that you see, because I've just got a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff to work on right now. So now we'll check to make sure that there's no shorts to the heatsink. Because each one of these is mounted on an insulator, but I just wanted to make sure that the screw didn't damage the insulator, even though the way that the transistors are designed, they shouldn't have a failure like that. But okay, time to reassemble the board and give it a test. Thing's got so many screws in it. Right, all this is for is just to hold this wire. The wire goes in like that and back that way, and there's another one on the other side that holds some wires in place, and a couple across the top. It's just got so many redundant screws. See what I mean? And another couple screws down through here. Another little circuit board that sits up top here that is held in place by a screw here. It's just all these little pieces. Okay, I think we're about ready to test this out. Okay, I'm on the dim bulb tester, so it's on. Nothing's blown up yet. I do not have speakers connected. Okay, we've got a connection to the speakers. Let me hook up the speakers now. It should be working because nothing's gone into protection. It says it's in tuner mode. Let me connect some speakers. All right, speakers are on. Let's turn this up and see if we get volume on both channels. Channels. Oh, of course, I'm on the dim bulb. I shut her down. Let's get it off the dim bulb. We don't need that. So let me flip the switch up. Okay, got full power now. Can't play that, obviously. I just wanted to make sure both channels were working. Where are we here? There we go, it's fixed. So we had 2 transistors and 3 resistors that were cooked on this one. You're wondering where I got the parts from. I'll show you where I got the parts from. Matched pair of components. I'll give a plug for the company even though they've never done anything for me. They won't even let me go and pick my parts up. I have to order them by mail even though the place is like a 20-minute drive from my house. They won't let me pick the parts up. I have to pay postage to get them shipped out. But I'll give them a plug anyway because I think if you need to get original parts, this is the place to go. Stay the hell off of eBay because you're gonna get fakes, guaranteed. Any questions? Is that on the screen long enough for you guys to write down that website? If you want parts, there's a good chance that they're available here. I probably shouldn't share with this information with you guys because now they're going to run out of parts and I won't be able to get them. He sells them in matched pairs, as you can see. This was a matched pair. Original parts. Okay, this one's done. I'm gonna put the top on it now. I don't think you guys need to see me putting the top on, but we're gonna close this one off now. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Are you guys still here? It's over. It's done. Get out of here. It's over. That's the end of it. We're all done. You don't need to see me putting screws into the back of the cabinet, do you? Get out of here. I'm telling you, there's nothing more to see here, folks. Just collecting a few more minutes. Maybe we can run another ad in here. I'll shout out a plug for musicbakery.com, which is my music provider for my test music.